Hey guys, thanks for joining me here on the mat today. We will be moving through a mobility flow. So, just warming up the body and getting into all our joints and getting familiar with the body, just so that we can move through the rest of our day feeling, nice and connected to our body and our breath, and just hopefully find some quiet and stillness for a moment. So when you're ready, please join me down on the mat. We're going to start down on our backs. Spreading out, take up some space. Feet can be to the floor. Just any wriggles that we need to settle into the space. Let's take both hands to that lower belly. Beginning to notice the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Long inhales and even longer exhales. And every time we exhale, see if we can invite that release through the whole body. Allow yourself to get heavy, to soften anywhere that we need. Feel into the points of contact that the body has with the earth and just allow yourself to truly melt here. And when we're ready, we're going to take those hands up above the head. Nice big stretch, feel that length through the ribs. And we can start to rock the knees from side to side. And you can come up and over as much as you like. So really just listening and feeling into the body. Moving in a way that feels good for you. So we're noticing where we feel the sensation, noticing how the movement feels in your body. Eyes can be open or closed, whatever you need. It is your time here. And one more each side. We make our way back to stillness on our backs, adjusting anywhere that's needed, noticing that energy that we're starting to build in the body. Knees come into the chest, and you can do whatever feels right for you here. So maybe a little rock from side to side, maybe some circles with the knees. You can do individual circles with each knee, or you can circle your knees together. Just listening and tuning into your body. If we're circling, we're going both ways. Change that direction of the circle. And gently bring those knees into the chest. Feel that opening through the back line of the body, that connection to the abdominals, connection to the whole body. Just as you tune in and really practice that presence, that mindful movement. Releasing the knees, take the legs up to the sky, extend. They don't have to be straight, but just reaching the toes up towards the sky and bend the knees back down. Extend the knees to the sky, or the legs to the sky. Point through the toes. And we bend again. So just a few more rounds like that. If it's feeling particularly challenging, you can maybe do one at a time and alternate. Just looking to open up through the back of the legs. So however that feels for you. Now we pause and reach both feet to the sky, rolling through the ankles here. Rolling one way, rolling the other. And extend. Bring the feet down, bend the knees, and we can reach through, grab the feet, not looking to open them, just gently finding this sort of upside down child's pose. Working, opening the hips. Notice the sensations in the body. Is there somewhere you can soften and release? Just every time we exhale, we let go, effort through the body. We find that sense of release. We focus on the breath. It's your time here. Okay, gently releasing the feet, the ankles, wherever you're holding on. Bring the knees back together. Take them up to that 90-degree angle and we'll find a gentle twist, knees all the way over to the right. Begin to spread the arms wide, and maybe you have the arms long, maybe you cactus at the elbows. We can play around with the head placement, looking away from the knees. Settling here. Maybe you find little micro moves through the neck, the hands. Find length through the spine as we breathe in. Find that space between the vertebrae. Feel down into the ground and release with the exhales. Okay, that left hand is going to reach all the way up to the sky, come across the chest and touch down on the right. We extend and roll past the right hand and draw back, lift up and open. Hand touch, left hand touches the floor. With our breath, we come back up and over, reaching past the right hand and finding some flow here. It doesn't have to look exactly like my movement. You tune in and move intuitively. That's a part of our practice, is listening to what we need. Last one, we roll open, really opening the chest. From our bellies, we bring the legs up and over to the left. Melting down, we find stillness first. Reeling into place. And when we're ready, that right hand, right fingers are going to come up to the ceiling, touch the left, and then we're rolling past the left hand and opening up. So the same as what we did on the previous side. And open up the chest, pausing the chest open, the arms wide. Notice the length through the back of the neck. From our bellies, we bring the knees up, center, hands on the backs of the thighs. Do a few little rocks forward and back, massaging the spine. Now, if this is too much for your spine, of course, you can roll to your side and press all the way up. We'll meet in a comfortable seat, adjusting as needed here. Comfortable seat could be legs crossed and legs wide on the knees, whatever works for you. Ground down through the sits bones, rise tall through the crown of the head. Find that space for the spine, that connection to the abdominals. Breathing here, even breaths. Have that connection to that flow of breath and all the sensations that it creates through the body. And that expansion, that softening. Find that connection here to your breath, to your body. Okay, when we're ready, hands to the shoulders, and we'll begin some circles here. Keeping the belly nice and strong, but allowing the movement to be fluid. You don't have to be stagnant through the spine. If we need to move here, we want to connect some movement there. Of course, that's okay. Let's change direction of those circles. Okay, we'll meet back in center. Keep the hands to the shoulders and begin to turn to the right. We come back to center, we turn to the left. We come back to center, we turn to the right. Now, we want to be moving from our bellies. That is guiding the way. We don't have our hands there for support or to intensify a sensation of stretch. So it's all from our abdominals. And really tuning in and listening here, but seeing if we can maybe speed it up. Really warming up that center of the body. If it's too much, we dial it back, we slow it down. Getting some heat through the body. Quickening the breath with this movement. And we slowly come back to center. Shake out the arms. Release it. Let it go. Come back to that stillness. Feeling warmer in the body, hopefully. Noticing all those tingles and that transition, that movement of energy in the body. Rolling over the ankles and knees, we find our all fours position, our tabletop here. Spread the fingers, find that energy through the upper body, through the hands, the arms. Feel that connection into the body, into the breath. When you're ready, I invite you to explore some spinal movement. Let's start with those cat-cows. Maybe it turns into something different. Just tuning in and moving however feels right for you on the mat today. Okay. We come back slowly into stillness. Plant down evenly through the hands, connect with the belly. Going to take the right knee out to the side and begin to draw circles with that knee. So the movement is coming from the hip. And take it the other way. And bring that knee back in. Little wriggle side to side. Left side up and over. Maybe we feel different on this side. It's not unusual to feel imbalances in the body between the left and the right side. So just moving on this side, change that direction. However the movement comes. And we bring that knee back in. Little wriggle, release through the glutes. I'm going to melt down into our puppy pose here. Keep the hips high over the knees. We reach the arms forward. Maybe the chest comes down, maybe the forehead, maybe the chin, and we look forward. Eyes can be opened or closed here. Releasing a little more with each exhalation. Gently walking the hands back in, we lift ourselves up, rounding the spine back. And we find a neutral spine. Walk the hands forward slightly, tuck the toes, and we'll lift the hips up for our first downward dog. Straight into some movement in the legs here. You can pedal the legs, you can sway them, maybe lifting one hip at a time, maybe some spinal waves, whatever it is that you are called to, or however you are called to move here. Just exploring that. And we meet in some stillness. The neck is soft and neutral. Press down into the hands. Lifting that left leg high for our three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring it all the way through, plant down between the hands. Finding our low lunge, we take the hands up to the sky, breathing here. Legs are nice and strong. Ooh. Embracing the wobbles. Bring the hands down, frame the foot, and reach the hips back. Melting the upper body down. Finding some space and length through the spine. We shift forward back to our lunge. We take those hands up if we're feeling that strength, that control in the body. And we melt down, shifting back. We're going to start to flow here. Maybe the raising the arms up is too much energy and effort for you wherever you are in your day. So we just keep the hands down and shift between that lunge and half splits. Otherwise, we can do this full flow, creating that little bit more energy into the body, working with a little bit more balance. Just really listening to what it is that you need today. Last round, forward and back. We meet forward, right hand plants, left hand's opening up for a twist. Maybe looking up at those fingers. Breathing here. Bottom hand is strong and pushing down into the mat. Connected to your whole body. We're creating space as we twist over to the left. Left hand can come down, bending that extended leg. Maybe we just have the toes to the sky. Maybe we reach back and grab the foot. You could grab a strap if you needed, just exploring. And then knowing that there's nothing wrong with coming out of a shape early if it doesn't suit your body. Find that length, that space on the in-breath. One more round of breath here. We release the foot with control. Take it down. Roll that hand forward. Take those hips back. Release everything through the hips. Let go of any of that tension and effort we've created. Spine softness. Come back to our lunge. Tuck the right toes, lift up off that back knee. Take front foot back to our downward dog. Little bit of movement. Just checking in the differences. The left side and the right side, the side that we've opened a little bit more. Hopefully we're feeling that relate to the body. Finding stillness. Press down through the hands. Lift that right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. And bring that leg through. Back knee, left knee to the floor. Come straight up into the raised hands. Holding here. We're not just dumping down into the hips. We want some control, connection to the belly, to the inner thighs, supporting this deep posture. When you're ready, hands come down. We release back to that half splits. Melting down. Trying to be nice and even with the hips, or maybe have a little rock from side to side. And then we shift forward, reach the hands to the sky, and shift between the two shapes. Again, the wriggles, the wobbles, it's all a part of your practice. Meet yourself where you are today. Doesn't matter how your practice went yesterday. Doesn't matter about how your practice is going to go tomorrow. We are practicing presence and that acceptance for ourselves today. Let's meet back with those hips extended back, length through the spine, softening through the shoulders a little. We shift back to our lunge, left hand plants, open the chest to the right. Feel that strength in the body and that energy. Okay, nothing wrong with staying here and opting out of that bind. We can bend that extended leg. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we reach and grab that foot. Nothing wrong with listening to your body and taking it back a bit. You'll feel better after your practice to know that you've truly tuned in and given your body what it is that you needed today. 2 more rounds of breath here. See if we can find space, lift the chest a little higher, find that length through the spine. Soften any tension through the neck. And when we're ready, release the foot with control, extend it back. We twist back to the front. We extend those hips back, melting down into our half splits. Let it go. Shifting back to our lunge, tuck the back toes, lift up off that back knee, and take that right foot back to meet the left. Little bit of movement here. Then find stillness. Open the shoulders. Find that connection to the inner thighs. And seeing if we can lower those knees down nice and slow. Slower than you might normally go. Just lower them all the way down with all that control and strength. Knees touch the floor. We come back onto our bum. All the way back and rolling down onto our back. Knees into the chest. A little rock. Maybe some stillness. I like the rock. Okay, we meet in stillness. Your choice. We can find that shape that we did at the beginning with the feet together, the knees wide, hands to the ankles or the calves, wherever you're comfortable here. So maybe this is where you finish. Maybe we reach through for our happy baby. Now that we're all warmed up through the hips, through our bellies. So for a happy baby, we can grab the outsides of the feet, the insides of the feet, or we could grab that yogic bind around the big toes. And just drawing those knees down and out towards the armpits. Finding length through the spine as we open through the hips. Again, maybe a little rock. You can rock in both postures. Maybe you play with extending one leg at a time. I really like this. And again, you can do this with the hands on the feet, or you can release the hands from the feet. It gives different sensation. Just exploring that last little bit of opening through the hips. And letting go of any movement that we've been partaking in. Just feel into the body. We release the feet or the legs, whatever we are. We let the legs come down to the mat. One by one, take them long. We're going to settle into our Shavasana. Any wriggles that we need so that we can settle into some stillness. Maybe we have the hands out to the side. Maybe we place them back on the belly like we did at the start. Letting go of any effort through the breath, any control we've had here. Letting the body breathe naturally. Letting go of any effort through the body. Let the body become heavy. Releasing with those exhales. Melting down into the floor. We let go of the effort. We let ourselves be soft. We just breathe. Feel free to pause the video and spend as long as you need here. And when you're ready, we can begin to deepen the breath. Feeling that expansion through the belly and the ribs and the lower back as we breathe in deeply. And then releasing perhaps out through the mouth. Breathing in, expanding, and then release completely. And begin some movement, whatever it is that you need to come back into your body. Maybe bring the ankles together and stretch the hands above the head. Maybe one last little ball. And then when we're feeling reconnected with our physical body, we roll over to the side and press all the way up to our comfortable seat when we close off our practice. Any last little wriggles here, we can just feel comfortable in our bodies. Hands together at the heart. Sending so much gratitude for every one of you that tune in and practice with me. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you can take those lovely sensations that we have cultivated here on the mat with you through the rest of your day. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time.